by the water.
People that are in the penitentiary, people that have lived the street life, right? Let me tell you what a send-out is. A send-out is that person that you call on to put in work no matter what the issue is. You know that this person is going to do it, right? And most people, I'm going to just keep it 100 with y'all, right? Because that's how we get down. Most people consider a send-out to be a real sucker, a real do-boy. That individual might just happen to belong to an organization or whatever. You feel what I'm saying? And you give them a little bit of respect, just a little bit of respect, because they belong to the business. You feel what I'm saying? Whether it be Blood, Crip, Vice Lord, GD, whatever, right? Just a little bit. And that's because they belong to an org, right? But the reality is, this is the person that you're going to use up. And when you finish dealing with them, you're going to kick them all the way out. You understand what I'm saying? That's what you do with a send-out. Now, let me tell you about this send-out named Mac G. Mac G was the type of send-out that he going to raise his hand when something is going on, right? But here's the thing. When Mac G was on the streets, when something would come up and one of the guys would need something done, they called on Mac G. I'm talking about if he was at the crib with his gal, in the middle of doing what you do when you're alone with your gal, he'll stop that and get up, I gotta go take care of something. If he was taking his mother to the grocery store and one of the guys called him and said they needed him to put in some work, he'll take his mama back home and say, I gotta go put in some work. I got something to take care of. Everything about the business became first for him. It was a priority for him. And a lot of people look at that and say, you know, he was dedicated, he was loyal to the business, but he wasn't. Mac G had a self-esteem problem. He had a self-esteem problem, and that's what a lot of brothers that belong to whatever it be, Blood, Crip, Vice Lord, GD, they got self-esteem problems. They don't know it. They'll never admit it. But think about it. I want you to think about it. Somebody call on you, you'll do whatever they want done just so they can pat you on your back and tell you that you somebody. They want you to go and betray somebody that you've been knowing your whole life. You will go do that because you want them to pat you on the back and tell you that you somebody. It makes you feel good to seek their approval. Something's wrong. Your self-esteem is low. But let me tell you about Mac G. When Mac G came to the penitentiary, he came from the streets to the penitentiary, right? He didn't go to juvenile. He didn't do none of that, right? When he got in trouble, he got locked up. He got sent to the penitentiary, right? Now, when you get locked up, if you belong to an organization, right? If you belong to any gang organization, you get locked up. The brothers at that institution that you get to, they're going to call the town and find out what's up with you. Now, Mac G, he told the guys where he was from. He told the truth. Where he was from, who he was under, all of that kind of stuff. So they called the town. The guys called the town to find out, is he legit? Is he the real deal, right? Because he knew what he was supposed to know as far as literature, handshakes, how to conduct himself, you know what I'm saying, around the guys. He knew how to do all that. But you still got to verify, because you got a lot of people that were a part of the business that are no longer part of the business because of certain things that they've done, right? But they know everything. You feel what I'm saying? And they know how to blend in. They know how to infiltrate. So when the call was made to the town to verify Mac G, they stamped him. But they told the guys, listen to me, let me tell you something about this brother. This brother's a send-out. Whenever we needed work done, we called on him, and he would go like that. No questions asked. No questions asked. So by the brothers on the town letting the brothers in the penitentiary know that this is the type of dude that they got, this is the type of dude that they're dealing with, they understood exactly what the guys were saying. They understood exactly. They didn't call him a sucker. They didn't say any of that. They just said he'll send out. He gonna put in work. Whatever you need done. So now the heads, the top people, They looking at him like, okay, we got us one. We got us one. Whenever we need something done, we're going to call on him. Now, an issue came up with this brother named Paul, okay? We're going to call him Paul. Paul, he was one of those type of brothers that like 2 or 3 times out of the year, you never know when it is, he'll go on a month, 2-month run where he got plenty of money. I don't know what he be doing. I don't know if he popping taxes. I don't know if he got credit cards. I don't know what he doing. I don't know if he coming up with a female or whatever the case may be. But about 2 or 3 months, twice a year, Paul go on that run and he getting down. I'm talking about if he come get it, give it to him because he can pay for it. He got the bread. And he dropping it off. He ain't got no problem with that. But what he does, he spreads himself too thin. He's all over the place. He getting it from everybody, anybody that's got it, right? But what he really does, in the long run, he's setting everybody up for that flim-flam. Because you got some brothers that get greedy. They want all the money. And he'll tell them this and tell them that, because everybody know, look here, he got it. He got it. And when he go, it's time to get it. You feel what I'm saying? But what he does, he dealing with so many people. Don't nobody really know how much money he got left. So now he going in the hole, getting his work on some dope on credit. Getting too far out there. Now one particular time, he got too far out there. But let me tell you this, right? Paul's friend, dude named Mike. Both of them old head. They've been locked up for a while. You feel what I'm saying? They old con artists. You understand what I'm saying? They get down. And when you saw Paul, you saw Mike. And when you saw Mike, you saw Paul. And most of the time, if it wasn't a lockdown situation, Paul would be at Mike's cell. And they kicking him. Wasn't nothing going on like craziness and all this and that. They wasn't having sex or nothing like that. They were real friends, and they got high together. I'm talking about got high together. That's what they've done the whole time. Both of them have been locked up. If one of them had it, the other one had it. They thick as thieves. You feel what I'm saying? And if you're not paying attention, you would think that Paul lives in the same cell that Mike lives in because he's there all the time. And they're always hanging together. They're always eating together, breaking bread together. They go to chow together. They even work at the same place in the institution together. You feel what I'm saying? They're always around each other. And these were the type of individuals, they never tired of each other's company. You feel what I'm saying? When they went to visit, they went to visit together and visited their families together. And their families knew them. And everything was like that. You feel what I'm saying? They were that tight. So, but here's the thing. The guys had a problem with Paul because Paul, like I said, he'll get on them runs, but he gonna run out. And you just don't know when. But this particular time, the guys, they ended up on the short end of the stick because he got them. He got them. Paul done got them for about a stack. And if you don't know what a stack is, I'm going to tell you what a stack is. A stack is $1,000. You feel what I'm saying? That's $1,000. Listen to me now when I tell you this, y'all. $1,000 in the penitentiary is a lot of money. $1,000 can float you for a long time in here if you do right. And ain't nobody got time to be taking no losses, especially with money like that. Plus, you know, the guys, most of the money that they make in here, they sending it home to them gals. You know what it is. They got to take care of them women. Got to take care of them. They got to keep them coming to visit. They got to keep them with their nails done, their hair done, keep the money on the phone so they can feel like they part of what's going on the streets. You know what I'm saying? As long as they sending that money home, that gal going to say, Daddy, what you think about this? I'm thinking about doing this. What do you think about that? They really don't need or want their opinion of the issue, but they include them. It makes them feel whole. It makes them feel like they're a part of what's going on. I get it. I totally get it. I totally get it. So they don't want anything to mess up how they live their lives, how they do their time. And taking a lick like that, taking a loss like that would mess that up. But see, this time, the guys were so pissed about it. They wanted something done. But they had to be careful because, like I've said in other episodes, y'all, you don't want to do things that'll mess up the economy, the flow of things. You feel what I'm saying? Now, unless, hold up, wait a minute, ding, 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 ding. Unless you got somebody like Mac G, somebody that would crash all the way out for the mall without hesitation, without questioning, without really thinking it through. Without really thinking it through. That's Mac G. Mac G. So Mac G, bro, them call him into the cell. Let me holler at you. Let me holler at you, bro. Let me holler at you. They got him in the cell. And they talking to him. They telling him about Paul. So, man, we need you to take care of your business with him. You know what I'm saying? I need you to put in work. Go take care of that. I'm talking about, listen to them. Let me tell you what they mean when they say go take care of that and put in work. They ain't talking about beating him up. They want to pop and put a couple of holes in him. They want to show him that he can't play with the guys. They're not going to tolerate it. Plus, it's going to send a message. Every time an issue comes up, excuse me, I still got that cold. Every time an issue comes up and an organization has an opportunity to send a message to everybody else on the compound that don't play with us, they're going to do it. It's just what it is. And this is one of those situations. They wanted everybody to know, if you come and get some dope, you're going to pay for it. And if you don't pay for it, we're going to come get you. And Mac G is the guy that's going to help send that message. Because he ain't finna question nothing that they tell him to do. They know that because they talked to the guys on the town and they told them that Mac G's a sent out. You understand what I'm saying? So check this out. This is what happened. Look, this story gets good. I'm telling you now. Listen to me. Hold on. So Mac G, he watching. He sees how Paul is in and out of the cell all the time. You know what I'm saying? He sees how he's hanging around, you know what I'm saying, Mike all the time. So he's trying to figure out the best time to get him. Because the guys told him, you do it on your own time. Just give us heads up so we can make sure we straight. You know what I'm saying? So now he's looking, he's paying attention, he's watching him, he's seeing where he's going, what he's doing, and he's spending a lot of time in the cell with Mike. Now, Mac G, not having been in prison a long time, he concludes, that's his cell right there. I'm going to get him. I'm going to catch him. Because here's what happened, Mike. We get counted 3 or 4 times a day. And when we get counted, the doors are locked, right? So you don't really see, if you're not paying attention, you don't really see who's in the cell when the doors are locked. You feel what I'm saying? You just think that the person that lives in the cell or the people that live in the cell are in the cell. The doors are locked. But after that count is cleared, meaning it's verified and everybody's here, the officer come around and unlock the doors and leave them cracked, right? At this particular institution, that's what they had to do, right? So check this out. So he's decided, I'm going to get him after the 4 o'clock count, which is about 4:30, 5 o'clock, whenever the count clears, right? Whenever they make sure everybody's in the prison, then they'll clear it. So he's thinking, look, when the doors pop, he going to come out of his cell, he going to rush into that cell, he going to take care of his business, and he ain't finna play with him. He got that poker. I'm talking about he got that real ice pick. I'm talking about that thing about 8 or 9 inches long, got a little rust on the end of it. Oh, it's ready. It's ready. And he's swinging that thing. You feel me? Now keep in mind, this is his first time. This is his first time. He ain't never stuck nobody. He ain't never done nothing like that. So he's looking for the element of surprise. So check this out. On this particular Monday, after the doors pop, he walked by the cell. He look in. He see dude in the cell. Laying down, taking a nap. He walked by the cell again. On a Tuesday, same thing. So he go tell the guy, he said, look, I'm going to get him tomorrow. It's a Wednesday. I'm going to get him as soon as the count clear. Now keep in mind, outside the cell, he's seeing Paul. He's seeing him. And he ain't put 2 and 2 together that Paul don't live in that cell. But he's seeing Paul in that cell after the counts and all the other times. So he thinking he living in that cell. And the man ain't got the sense that God gave a peanut. So here comes Wednesday. And he ain't said nothing to the guys about, like he don't know where it is. He got everything covered. They didn't tell him nothing. They didn't have to tell him nothing. They told him who it was, go take care of that. And while he was watching him, he sees that this dude is always in, excuse me, goodness. He sees that Paul is always in that cell. So Wednesday comes. 12 o'clock count. He looking. He ain't paying no attention. After the count clear, he see Paul walking on the catwalk. Dip back in the cell, come back out. It still didn't dawn on him that this man don't live in that cell. Listen to me, y'all. It still didn't dawn on him that man don't live in that cell. 4 o'clock count come. Count clears. He dip up in the cell. He sees somebody in the cell. They laid in the bed, covered up. He jump on top of them. He hitting them. I'm talking about he's sticking them. Mike roll over, hollering. Ah! Ah! What you doing? What you doing? He pushing him up off of him, but Mac G on him. I'm talking about he hitting him. Hitting him. Hitting him in the chest, in the back, everywhere. Hitting him. After he hit him about 20 times, ain't no more fight. Ain't no more fight left in Mike. And he just lay there in the bed. Mac G sitting on top of him while he on the bed and he looking at him. He see ain't nothing left in him. He get up. Walk out the cell. He looking to make sure ain't nobody watching. Come up out the cell. Brother them, they looking at him. They see him bust up out the cell. Now they looking at him like, what are you doing in that cell? So Mac G run to his cell. He cleaning up. Washing himself off, getting rid of the shirt because it got blood on him. Get a pocket knife to one of the guys, they put it up. Everything's straight, right? Nah. When he bumped down on the guy, they say, hey, bro, what you doing in that cell? He said, man, I put in work, man. I done took care of that nigga, man. He said, what? Bro, like, no, not him. About that time, here come Paul walking by. He headed to the cell. When he get to the cell, he see that Mike in the cell and he see blood everywhere. He run in the cell, checking on Mike. He busts up out the cell, holler, CO, we got one stuck. So the CO look up, he said, what you say? He said, man, he's stuck, man. Call the code, man. Call the medical code. So the officer hit the medical code for fighting. Said, we got one stuck. Man, look here, nurses and police, they rush from everywhere. They coming up in there. They run up in the cell. Mike barely breathing. They get him up out of there. They rush him to the hospital. They life flight him out. Get him to the hospital just in time to save him. He don't die. He don't die. In the meantime, in between time where they got him gone to the hospital, the guy's looking at Mac G and said, look here, man, what you got going on, man? Now they panic because now everybody's wondering, what did Mike do to anybody? Mike ain't done nothing to nobody. But Paul, he putting 2 and 2 together. He the shyster one. He know that was meant for him. He go to the officer at the desk because he see everybody's looking. Now Mac G, he panicking because he know what he got coming. Ain't no getting out of this. You finna get it, man. You done hit this man. This man is gonna get life flatted out the penitentiary, and don't nobody know if he gonna make it or not. Right now he's still alive, but don't nobody know if he gonna make it. So he telling the guy, he said, man, I'm gonna go on and get him now. They said, no, man. Stand down. Stand down. So now they go to the room. They tell him he stay out. They in that room discussing his fate. They trying to figure out what they gonna do now. Because everybody like Mike. Everybody like Mike. Yeah, he got high, he did this, he did that, he hung around Paul. Paul was the shice one, but everybody liked Mike. Now you got some of the guys running down to the desk asking the officer, how is Mike? Is he going to make it? They said it's touch and go, but he looked like he going to pull through. They said they'll know better by tomorrow. Now everybody locked down, trying to figure out what's going on. And the guys, they already done decided. Mac G got to go. Oh, he got to go. Ain't no if, and but. He can't stay on the compound. Can't stay on the compound. They go tell one of the other younger brothers to go tell him, look here, man, it's over for you, man. You need to leave. You need to leave. Now, Mac G, see, he ain't never had that happen to him. He ain't never had the mob turn on him. So all of that sticking out his chest and all that, no, they let the air out of him. Now he's scared, he panicking, he don't know what to do. And the same time they tell Mac G he gotta go, brother them step to Paul and tell him, you got 1 hour to get that money. 1 hour, or you gotta go. So he getting on the phone, he begging in and everybody to get this money, but at the same time, he on the phone begging somebody to send him some money. He telling his people, call the warden, they gonna kill me. So now, the internal affairs, they come back in the pod and snatch him out of the pod, and then Mac G check in at the same time. You think you about that life now? You think you about that life now? Look how quickly the mob turned. Send out, y'all. Mac G was a send out. This has been another episode of Doing Time with Joe. I'm your host, Joe Baker, and I say peace, y'all.
I've been trying to breathe underwater.